All right, here we go. We're rocking and rolling. Welcome, everybody. This is Shelly Hyde, Ambassador Diamond with It Works Global, and I am so excited to have you all here. This is great. Every Wednesday night, we are doing an opportunity Zoom, and this is meant for you. This is a place that we all get to be able to bring our guests and just share it with them, share what we're doing out there. We're really, truly making a difference with this company, our products, and I am just so excited. It's crazy what 2018 is about ready to bring, man. It is already bringing it, and it's only going to get better. So if you were brought here, you were brought here for a reason, and please get back with the person at the end to just let them know what you're thinking. I'm hoping to answer any and all of your questions. But I want to introduce a very special friend of mine, and she's my mentor. I tell you, I just watch and learn from her all the time. She's amazing. And Miss Sarah Rankin, she is an Ambassador Diamond. She will be Black Diamond, I know, have no doubt. And this girl has got it. I love it. Everybody's smiling. It's Sarah. So, yeah, Sarah, you are so amazing. I'm so honored to have you at such a short notice. And I thank you for just jumping on with us. But we would love to hear from you and know that you're speaking to some guests out there. But just share a little bit about your story.
You know, Shelly, you always make me feel good. And you're somebody that I'm just so thankful God brought us together, because I never in a million years would have imagined. I started out in Toledo, Ohio. I'm now in the beautiful sunshine state of Florida. It's 60 degrees and we're freezing. We turned the heat up to 75. And I know you guys are like -4 back home. And Shelly, I don't even know what it is up in the Arctic, but I come from the mitten, and now I'm down here in the Gulf, and it's beautiful, and it's all because of It Works. And let me take you back to 2010 when I started this business. A woman walked into my gym, and she handed me one of these cards. I was a personal trainer running a ladies only gym, and she walks in and she goes, "I have a sticker. You put it on anywhere you want to, and it shrinks you like this." And you know, bear with me here, because again, I'm running a ladies only gym. So when she comes in at me telling me there's a sticker that you can put on anywhere you want to, and it was going to shrink you. I don't really remember the thoughts that went through my mind. I just kind of brushed her off and let it go. But this card just sat on my desk, and she was super smart. She started following me on Facebook, and I started seeing that she was posting these pictures before and after of using this product, and it honestly was grinding my gears. It was really upsetting me, because I'm seeing a lot of interest on these posts, and I'm like, there's no way. It absolutely goes against everything that we were taught. The only way that you can spot reduce, you can't spot reduce. The only way to lose weight, to lose the waist, to lose the fat is less sugar, more water, run faster, you know, less salt, and just more crunches, don't eat carbs, all the things, right? Definitely not a sticker. But people kept commenting, and finally I had enough. You know, it's funny that we're now saying you threw a fit, because I think that's exactly what I did. That's it. Like, I have to try this stupid thing, and I can't wait to tell everyone that it doesn't work. And you guys know the story, because here we are almost 8 years later. It worked. I put this thing on 45 minutes, and mind you, I was in what I thought was the best physical shape of my life. So to see results, not just on my body, but then to see it on my then boyfriend, now husband, we both had results in 45 minutes. And I think, Shelly, it was at that moment that I just knew. I knew what I had my hands on. I mean, I've got a stack of magazines out in my living room. Everything from Women's Health, Cosmopolitan, Shape Magazine, even now Parenting, Mothering, all the new magazines that I have, they're all talking about the same thing. There is no cure for cellulite. There is no cure for stretch marks. You can't spot reduce. They still don't know. And I knew that then. And I just remember thinking, like, I have to tell them. I have to tell everyone that this works. because all I could think of were my women at the gym. You know, I've been blessed with beautiful genes. I just had a baby 6 months ago, and I've got some amazing products that really work. So I feel confident back in my bikini 6 months later. But I knew that wasn't the case for most people. I think the hardest part of my job was first getting you to come to the gym. The next part was weigh-in day, right? When we've got to take your measurements and get you on the scale. And I just saw the look of dread on their faces every time they knew this day was coming. And it didn't matter if it was their first time weighing in, their third time weighing in, or their 30th. We as women are always carrying around this shame and this criticism. And I mean, I don't know how many times I saw them. You see the number you want on the scale, but you're still disappointed. You still don't feel as confident as you thought you were going to. And a lot of times it was because the skin that's left behind from weight loss or baby is equally as devastating as the weight itself. So instantly I knew people were going to want this. It was just, I had to tell them all about it. But 2 weeks after I started with It Works, I think then I saw it for what it was. I knew it was going to be exciting. I knew people needed to know about this. I couldn't believe that the company had been around, that was debt-free, and it was only like 3 hours away from me in Grand Rapids, Michigan at the time. And I hadn't heard of it. It had been a decade, and it hadn't made its way 3 hours south. That just blew my mind. So I think then I thought $500. If I could make $500 a month, that would be huge for me. That would take so much weight off my shoulders. And that's really what it started as. And then 2 weeks later, I showed up at the gym, 5 o'clock in the morning. My ladies are outside. Everybody looks extra angry this morning. Nobody liked being here that early. But the doors were locked. That was it. The equipment was gone. My job was gone. My month's salary was gone. Their gym memberships that they had paid cash for was gone. The owner had been shut down for tax evasion. So suddenly I found myself going, okay, I don't have a job. I don't have a gym, but I have this product. And my plan B quickly became plan A. And in my first year, I was earning 6 figures and was able to go with you, Shelly, to one of our top honors of a retreat that they had for us called The Dash. And ever since that day, I mean, since I met you, you've just swooped me up and you showed me the ropes of this industry because you had been in this industry before and I never had. So I was just totally in the dark trying to figure it out. But the beautiful thing is they really lay everything out for you. So I already knew coming in what I needed to do to make my paycheck. And then Cami looked at me. She's the CEO's daughter, our field representative. She looked at me and she said, give me 5 years. Give me 5 years and I'll teach you how to make $100,000 a month. And that was probably the second time I think that the air really just was like, okay, all right, because I had gone to school 12 hours short of a bachelor's degree, and I wasn't even able to find a job that was offering to pay me that a year, let alone the opportunity to make that in a month. So gosh, Shelly, I could talk for hours because it's been so long, but it is so many things and so many more things than just a wrap. And it was just a wrap that caught my attention, but then it was just the greens that changed my life and my best friend's life. And then it was, just the facial applicator that made me more confident in my skin, and just the defining gel that saves your legs during summer season, and then just the shake that I have to have like 3 of every day now. And it's like one thing after another, you start to use these products and you realize they all do what they say they're going to do. They're all made with ingredients that you can trust and stand behind. And they're just amazing. So, Shelly, stop me if I get long-winded, but life went from living in a 1-bedroom apartment that we called the dungeon because there was one window and it was behind the garage, so we got no sun whatsoever, to right now currently in our dream house, our first of many, I'm sure, that we just built in Bradenton, Florida, right down the road from the corporate golf course. So, and I just had my first baby, all the things. Like we paid cash for our wedding. We took a 2-week cash honeymoon to Aruba. I retired my husband from the military. He's full-time. stay-at-home dad, and runs his passion, which is vintage watches. He runs an online vintage watch boutique. Cars, vacations. We've gone to Australia. We've traveled the world. We've just everything. All of our bills, all of our debt, all the food that's gone in our bodies for the past 8 years, it's all because of It Works and that crazy wrap thing. And so if you're here tonight and you're a guest, well, first and foremost, if you're a distributor, I hope that hearing my story, hearing Shelly's story, no matter how long you've been in, whether you just started with us yesterday, whether you're thinking about starting with us, or you've been with us all 8 years that I've been here, at any given moment, you can recreate yourself and take this business anywhere you want to. I've had years of tremendous growth. I've had years of banging my head against the wall, like, what am I doing wrong? And I've had the most amazing time. So I've just made so many friends, and it's all the things, Shelly. I could talk forever.
I know. And Sarah, it's just crazy when I take back the day that I met you and to look at, just to see where we came from, both. Neither one of us, we were living paycheck to paycheck, both of us. We never thought about giving, because we didn't have it to give. And you just look at that, and now being able to give, more than we ever even dreamed of, or to be able to help out people. I love the part of being able to be passionate about changing people's lives, whether it is with our products. And like you said, like the greens has changed your life and your best friend's life, and it's just crazy because this business really truly is so much more than just this wrap. Family, friends, freedom. And Sarah, how old were you when you started?
I was 24, and my mission, when I lost my job, my mission became $1 million before I'm 30. And I did that. I cheated. I remember I called you right after, ugly, crying. I couldn't believe I got the email. I thought I did it, And I think
so basically, well, I have to tell them basically what that means, you guys. She made the Millionaires Club, and you did that in what, 3 years? Yeah, 3 years. And so what that means is she didn't just sell $1 million. She made $1 million in 3 years. So talk a little bit about, Sarah, about people that, number one, we are taught and trained that, number one, we get out of high school, we go to college, we look for a job that we're going to be in for the next 30 years. And that's just kind of the routine, because that's the majority of what people are doing. Tell them the difference a little bit of what we have, I guess, just to share.
People's lives are a direct reflection of the expectations of their peer group. And so when I started in this business, I was hanging out in the garage with my family who, I love them dearly, but have always struggled, just not even to live, just to keep their head above water, just to keep one foot in front of the other. And so I had lived out of the back of my truck. I had been broken and I've dropped out of college. I've done all the things. Finding this industry, finding this opportunity, it gives you the creative freedom. It is against the grain, but it gives you the creative freedom to be who you are. Like, there is no box. You don't have to fit into a box. You get to be who you are and be the best version of you. If your heart is to give, then you get to give more and build your business at the same time. And so the difference is, I think the biggest differences are that we've got time freedom. Once you achieve, right, your paycheck, because most of the time you're starting out, you've got a job, a job, so you're kind of doing both. Maybe you want to keep your job and you want to supplement your income. I've got tons of teachers on the team, nurses on the team, because unfortunately, some of our most valued professions don't get paid in direct proportion for that value. And that's where something like this comes in, whether it be 3 hours a week, 13 or 30, that you can work this business. There is no ceiling. You can take it as far as you want. You can build, and we won't get into any of that. Shelly can walk you through all the way to the top of the compensation plan. It got a map laid out for you. So literally you can look at this and you could say, I want $500 a month. I want $5,000 a month. I want 14. You can pick on this chart and it will show you how to build your business and get there. And the beautiful thing is that when you're clocking in at your 9 to 5, you get paid for the time that you're exchanging. When you're clocking in for your business, being an entrepreneur and being with It Works, we build, not only do we make cash, not only do we get bonuses, and we have different incentives and things like that, but we build residual income. So residual income, you've got residual bills, right? That cell phone bill shows up every month. That electric bill shows up every month. Why not have residual income? I didn't understand that entirely when I started. I started getting on calls like this. We've got corporate calls available for you. We've got a training academy in our back office that will teach you all the things you need to know. I didn't know any of that starting. So if you sit here and you're like, gosh, Shelly and Sarah know so much, don't worry. All you need to know is your experience of the product and why you're doing this, and you've got enough fuel to get started. But you can literally pick it out. And I didn't get the residual income when I started. It was all about, how do I pay my bills? How can I survive? How can I put food on the table? And then once I saw this $1,500 check show up, and then the next month it was a $1,900 check, and then the next month it was a $2,500 check, and then the next month it was a $3,700 check. And then when I broke $5,000, I was like, wait a second. This is more money than I have ever made. And I had done all of the jobs from car sales to service industry to what I actually went to school for, advertising, to personal training. So I dropped out of school to become a personal trainer. And never had seen anything like it. So the difference is everything. When you build a residual income, all of a sudden you stop trading dollars for hours, because now, as I sit right now on the 15th of every month, I get a residual check, shows up in my bank account. It's a beautiful thing. We celebrate every month on the 15th. Woo! But I'm also being paid bonuses. I'm also making cash. And so it's just this constant multiple streams of income, and it's the best thing you can have, because when I showed up at my job, guess what? The doors were locked. That was it. I was out of a job. I couldn't work my way out of it. With this, the only way you're out of a job is if you decide to quit. You can always work your way out of it. You can always work your way up. And at any given point, you can pass the person that brought you into this business. So any of you that are sitting here going, well, I'll never make it to where Shelly is, or I'll never make it to where Sarah is, that's not true. People are coming in now and doing it in 1/3 of the time that it took Shelly and I to get to the top. We were out there like blind, like, how do we do this? We're figuring it out. And now they're like, oh, you want to go? You want to be an ambassador? You want to make this much money a month? Here you go. This is how you do it. And all you have to do is follow the steps.
I love it. I love it. Well, you have built an amazing legacy for your whole family. And just to be able to watch you develop into, I mean, you always have been a beautiful young woman, but you are just one of the known leaders in this company. You are one of the fastest growing company or teams in this company. And Sarah, it's all because of you. You have done so much for this whole company.
Actually, Shelly, it's all because of you. Because you said yes, and then you brought in somebody who brought me in. That woman walked into my gym and changed my life. So technically, this is all because of Shelly. So thank you, Shelly. I love you so much.
Well, I love you so much. You're amazing. Well, you guys, you hear from, you can hear from, we could pull up 5 different people and everybody's going to have a different story. And what I love about this is that anybody can do this, any walk of life. It doesn't matter if you're tall, if you're small, it doesn't matter. It's something that if you put your mind to it, you can make anything happen. Is that not true? So
yeah, if you're willing to learn, you can turn this business into, we've got people making $100,000 that when I came in, $100,000 a month that when I came in, we're standing on stage as a double diamond, which in perspective is about $6,000 a month. So from the time that I've been in, they built their business to take them from $6,000 a month in residual income to $100,000. That's insane. like, that's unheard of. It blows my mind every time. Shelly, I have to say this last thing. I know you guys are going to keep talking, but I just went and saw The Greatest Showman. I don't know if any of you guys have seen that. And as you were talking, you started, it's such a great movie. Everybody should go see it, hands down. It's just so good. And wouldn't it be great if you got paid for referrals just like that? Like if you went to the movie theater and you were like, Sarah sent me, and then I got $1 or $2. That's exactly what we're doing with our business. So it's no different than sharing your favorite movie on your Facebook or with your friends or in passing at the grocery store, whatever. But in that movie, it's all about P.T. Barnum and the circus and how he started out from nothing. He just had a dream, and he saw the beauty in the unique. He saw the beauty in the odd characters of the world. And during the movie, they start talking about all the different shapes and sizes and ages and races and colors and beliefs and odd, unique people that they had on this stage. And a guy says, it's just truly a celebration of humanity. And when he said that, it brought me back to our business, because that's exactly what it is. When I sit here and tell you that there is no box, there's no box. We give you the steps to success. It's 1, 2, 3. It's a very easy system. You sign up. This is the first step. The second step is we get you started with your first 4 customers. We're going to get you a $100 shopping spree that you can buy some gear, these cute shirts, headbands, splits, cards. We've got planners. We've got all the things. And then the third step is we grow your team. So we do the same exact thing. We help them get started. We help them find their first 4 customers. And doing that over and over and over, it's just such an incredible thing, because we're about to go into conference. We're about to be together with 20,000 other It Works distributors from all over the world. I have Aussies coming in, Canadians coming in, and people from Guam coming in for the first time this year. Just insane. And it truly is a celebration of humanity. And Shelly, I think if I could paint a picture for you guys, if you've never been to conference, or if you're a guest on the call and you want to know just how powerful, just how legit is this thing. Amalie Arena is where we host our annual conference. It's huge. It's a giant hockey arena. So picture 20,000 people. Our CEO comes out and he goes, I want to ask you all a question. If you truly believe, or it was Pam Souter, our co-founder, if you truly believe that this business has been a gift to you, it has been a gift in your life, stand up. 20,000 people, dead silence, all get on their feet. Like it gives me goosebumps just even talking about it. It was probably the most powerful moment of my career. And it's been 7 years. This will be my 9th conference, I think, going into. It truly is a gift. It is what you make it. So I hope that whoever brought you here tonight, you accept the gift and join our team, because you've chosen a great team to be involved in. I love being a part of Shelly's team, and I feel so honored to be here with you guys tonight. Shelly, it's always a good time, and I can't wait to squeeze you in Florida.
I can't wait either, girl. And I thank you so much for joining us. I really do. Thanks again. And I know you've got a baby to feed. So thank you. We appreciate you, Sarah.
Shelly, I love ya.
I love you too. All right, you guys, you heard from Ambassador Diamond, Sarah Rankin, and normally we go through a whole, I love it when her award, isn't that cool on her picture? We normally go through a whole presentation. I'm not doing that tonight, because number one, you can share the same presentation if they want to see it online. But I want to end us with one thing. Why not you? You guys, we have been given a mind to choose, to think, and to create. We need to put the action behind all of these, and we can make anything happen. Every one of you. And I know some of you are sitting there as guests going, I don't know anything about this. Like, I don't understand. How does this company do this? How can they pay that kind of money? You're also probably thinking, I don't have the time. I don't have the money. Well, guess what? There are ways to work around all of that. I didn't have the time when I joined this business at all. I joined this business to make an extra $500. That was my goal. If I could put an extra $500 to $1,000 into my pocket, that was going to allow me to be able to do some remodeling and to do an extra vacation. We had our full-time jobs. We were making great money, but doesn't everybody spend what you make? We still had credit card debt. We still had house debt. We still had car debt, you know? And we were living the American dream, as everybody is. Most people have card debt, house debt, and credit card debt. And now today, I live with no house debt. I live with no car debt. I live with no credit card debt. I never in my wildest dreams thought this could happen. But it's all because I took a chance. I just took a chance, a leap of faith. And I've held on to that all these 8 years. It's been 8 years that I've been doing this. So our goal and our mission is just to get other people to see what we truly have our hands on. It is the most special thing ever. Don't let this slip through your fingers. God put this in front of you for a reason. Take a look at it. Dig into it deeper. Ask questions. But I will do private phone calls with you guys if you do have questions. And I love it. Shauna says, amen. But I just wanted to end it. Why not you? Why not you? Why can't you be making $1 million in 3 years? Why can't you be an ambassador diamond or a diamond that's making an extra couple $1,000s? Why not you? I love you guys. I thank you for being here tonight. And God bless. Good night.
Good night.